At Strategy Focused Group, we not only upskill, we inspire, enable, educate, discuss, innovate, motivate, challenge. Let us help you elevate your team. Email us at info@strategyfocusedgroup.com.
I am Dr. Engineer Suaad Al Shamsi, the first female aircraft engineer, a specialist in landing gear, working as a technical advisor for one of the biggest aviation projects in United Arab Emirates. And I am proud to be an Emirati woman.
Good morning, good evening, depending upon what part of the world you're in. If it's Friday, it has to be the CEO series, where we bring together global leaders, entrepreneurs, disruptors, and trailblazers. Our guest today is Dr. Al Shamsi. She joined Emirates as the first Emirati aircraft engineer in the UAE and continued her growth in the industry, defying the odds and inspiring other women to do the same. After almost 15 years in the field, she now works as a senior manager and technical advisor for one of the biggest aviation projects in the UAE with Etihad Airways. She's one of the founders of Women in Aviation Organization's Middle East chapter. She is also CEO of L2L, Learn to Live, a consultation company that inspires other women to achieve their dreams and help them along the way. Emirati Women named her one of the 21 incredible women of the Emirates. She was just awarded the Women Exemplary Award. She stands tall as a beacon for what women in this region can achieve and a pathbreaker for women to pursue their passions, but held back by traditional mores and ties. Whoa. Thank you for being here as a guest today.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
You've had such an amazing career and is such a role model for women. What guided you to aeronautical engineering?
Well, first of all, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Friday is the day to come for the weekend, so happy weekend in advance for everyone. I think people, when think about aviation industry, everyone think about pilots and aircraft engineer, and it's only men. They never thought like women can enter to such a field. And what make me enter to such field, like in my childhood time, I was always stealing from my brother his toys, cars, airplane. I always give him the money, like don't tell my mom, and I like to fix it. And because my mother's house, it's very near to Dubai International Airport, so every time I see the aircraft landing, so I always wanted to be near to this aircraft. I want to understand how does it work, and I keep saying to my family, I want to fix this aircraft. And we're laughing because we always think people who fix aircraft design, always they are from outside. We will not have this opportunity. And when it came to time, I decided to be an engineer. No university allowed women in our country or Arab country those days. Now it's everything fine. But I'm talking about more than 22 years, which is that all university, they are accepting men to study aeronautical engineering. So I decided I want to change the mentality. I want to change the word and say women can be aircraft engineer. And now after 22 years, we have many university, we have institute, we have women actually as aircraft engineer.
Wow. So in your class, were you the only female in that first class when you
We were actually 34 students. We were only 3 women. One she's from Turkish, one Indian, and I was the Arab. And both of them, they actually transferred to another, they entered to mechanical engineering. They couldn't complete the aeronautical. So I stayed alone in the university. Actually, I was in Hertfordshire University in UK. And if you think about it, even in UK, other country, the women in the field, it was very rare to find women studying aeronautical engineering.
Yeah. I remember when we first met last year, and we were talking in a PhD aeronautical engineering, and I
Yes.
told you, I said it gave me a headache just thinking through that.
I like because you thought it's a headache, but I told you it's very interesting and I'm passionate about it. And this is the thing, people when they think about you as a doctor in such a field,
Oh,
they
okay.
find it is so difficult.
Yeah.
But if you enjoy it, it's I think it's similar to any field. If like medical, marketing, everyone if they are exciting with it, they will enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think my angle was based on my study in school because even something as simple as algebra and all these kind of things was very difficult for me. So when I see PhD, I'm like, whoa, that's top of the food chain. So that is
Thanks a lot.
that is. So what does a typical day look like for you in your work?
Well, in our work, when we are talking, it's non-routine job. It's you have a shift. We are working as a shift pattern. We don't work at daily. And if I'm talking the beginning when I was aircraft engineer, before to be an advisor now, we have a routine job and non-routine job. Each aircraft flying, we have to do a different type of check. So we have a daily check, which is at when the aircraft landed and take off, we have to check it. And it's just usually checking the engine, checking the landing gear, the wheels of the aircraft, the
Wow.
cabin. So I was one of those for 2 years. Then I been in holding the landing gear workshop, which is that I was responsible of 87 mechanic and technician, which for the wheels and brake of the aircraft, how to maintain it. And slowly, because I keep continue my education, I decided I want to be something in the field, not only a normal aircraft engineer doing the maintenance. I want to help doing research, doing study, help the student because with the growth of the aviation industry, with the growth of innovation and technology, we understand that the aircraft itself, the design is changing. So, for example, the Dreamline, the 787, the design itself being
Mm,
half of it electrical, half of it mechanic, entering the sustainability side. So, as much I enter to the research side, I've been now holding the third biggest airport in the world, which is at my responsibility to do the full strategy and plan for or the airline to move to this a new building. So it's a different, which is a non-routine job, but I love it.
mm. So that headache is coming up. Just as you were,
No. Please. You enjoy flying. You enjoy the aircraft.
I
This is
do.
the best part. Don't get headache.
Yeah, I do. I do. But it's just so phenomenal when you think of, we as you talk through that, and maybe it's about when you think through that a woman is leading all of this. I love that, because that's setting such an example. And I've noticed over the past, I'm just going to say year or so, specifically after we got to know each other, you've received all these awards, accolades for being a trailblazer in advancing women and looking at different type jobs and capabilities of women. So talk us through what it means to be a trailblazer, to be honored in all of the awards you've won lately.
Well, to receive an award, first of all, when I started, I never thought about when I entered to the field run, I never thought about I want to receive a award or a title. It's more changing the mentality of people. I want to people to understand women can enter to different job. There are different opportunity for female, especially with the growing of the economic, the changes of many country. We want to understand that a private sector like aviation, they have opportunity and job for women. So when I came back from UK and they give me the title, the first aircraft engineer as a female, it's give me, I was so exciting. I remember I was dancing and it's like I reached to my goal, but it's give me more responsibility to
Yeah.
show the world that this is not just a title, it's a responsibility to lead another woman, to make the opportunity and open the door for the other woman and female to enter to such a field. So when I received the first award, it's it give you a very scary moment because you ask yourself, what should I do next? Because it's not
Okay.
just one award. It's not just
Okay.
about one achievement. A lot of people they have a word, they have achievement, they have a title, but they stop giving. So my consider was it's nice to see having a award to receive it, but I have to give something to the industry to give other people and help other, because I remember from 22 years, no one give me an advice, no one helped me or catch my hand and say you have to do this or do this. So for that, we did this Women in Aviation Middle East chapter, and give opportunity to help women to enter to the field, not as aircraft engineer only, as air traffic controller, as aviation doctor,
Yes.
as different. So I think it's give us more responsibility. So I want to see the new generation, when I retired, they have this passion to continue. So this is what I always say. It's nice to have a word, but how to give more for your
Wow.
country, for your people and other.
Wow. You know, if we could get everyone that receives an award to create that mindset that it's not about me, but it's about me helping someone else to come along.
I
That's
think it's there. The word is it's opportunity for everyone, and this is the message I always say. The time will come. I will retire. The other person will retire. So if we give hand and help and connect, it's not only for like even when we created the Women in Aviation Middle East, the question came: is it only for Arab? I said no, for all nationality, because woman is a woman, whatever her religion, whatever her family, whatever her
yeah,
nationality.
yeah.
In the end, we connect in somehow. So this is what the message I always try to show the world, that we need it.
Wow. So how many women is a part of that organization now since it started? What does the membership look like?
Well, actually, we are so far we are six board member, but total membership we are reaching to more than 3,000 members. So it's this is, and yearly we have a big conference. It's honored by His Highness Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum, and in this conference in every May, it's we discuss the challenges what the woman faces, the opportunity, the growth, and there a scholarship is given for some of the university. They give a scholarship to a lot of females. So this is a big conference yearly we do it, and it's called Women in Aviation Conference.
Wow, that is so cool. You know, in going through your journey, we all have times where we have self doubt, and specifically in your situation, being one of amongst many in that group. How do you handle those moments when you're kind of doubting yourself, or can I move forward?
Well, sometimes a lot of personality is different. So what I keep doing, I have to freeze myself and take a stop and take a break, like 1 2 days, which is that I have to take a breath and stay alone. It just always people will have a doubt of what you are doing, especially when you're achieving or you're growing, and you have a doubt if I'm doing right, should I continue or should I stop. So I usually a monthly, what I do, I took 2 days only for myself, away from my kids, from my family, from the work,
Yeah.
and recharging myself and see what I done and what is my plan next. Sometimes yes, I blame myself, like what I done wrong or what I missed, and we are human in the end. Sometimes we are up, sometimes we are down, and I
Yeah.
think this time, and you remember what I always tell you, because I'm driving and we were discussing, sometimes
Yeah.
we need 1 hour for ourselves to listen to
Yeah.
our music, to do what we like. People always like, one, like they are like a machine. 24 hours, you if you ask them, they are doing the same thing every day,
Every day.
but only the
Robot.
date is
Yes.
different.
Yeah.
For me, I like to have this 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening, only for me. And I just like put my phone away, social media away, and I think this is what recharging myself.
Yeah. You know, it was funny when you told me that story because I'm thinking, for the people that don't know the geographical region from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, it's a little over an hour. And she lives in Dubai and she drives an hour every day. And I'm like, wow, that's quite a how do you my music? And so you use that as kind of a decompression chamber to,
Yes.
wind down, get ready for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You forgot totally that what you are doing or what you have responsibility,
Mm,
because when you are driving, like okay, from Dubai to Abu Dhabi in the morning take me 1 hour and 15 minutes. Coming back, sometimes as per the traffic, 1 hour and a half. And when you are listening to a music, what you love, sometimes you are singing with them. You never do it when in front of people, or
Yeah.
sometimes you need this energy. And I always say for people, this is the time you have the energy and relieve yourself, screaming by yourself, shouting, dancing, singing. And when you think with, especially with a lot of leaders, when they have graduating, promoted to many positions, they don't do what they do it before. Like when you will ask them, when you are last time you sang, when last time you dance, whenever last time you cook, you forget the quality of the time. So I think this is what is my quality time, to enjoy it
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So mine is the gym, or mine is walking. So I think that's a key point that all people should realize, that at a certain point in time, we have to pull back. And you have that hour in morning, hour coming back, so you can basically I can prepare for the day. I can wrap up for the day.
Yes. Yes.
That's a great bookend.
This is the cool thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you? When you talk about how you're giving back women in aviation, for someone that's maybe struggling in high school, struggling, that's trying to choose a career, should they be
So
focused?
what we do,
Go ahead.
actually, for especially with a lot of students, we start mentoring them from grade 10, 11, and 12.
Okay.
And we give them the opportunity to understand what is the opportunity in the field, as in the aviation industry, not only as aircraft engineer. And why I keep repeating not only an aircraft engineer, because some of the family, they don't like their daughter to enter to a field like tough hangar side, a uniform, shift time. Sometimes you have
Yeah.
to deliver an aircraft, you have to always study. And especially with this field like aircraft engineer, you have to be in regular studying and regular training, doing a lot of courses, like it's a continuing till you're retired. So a lot of people, they don't like it. So we told them, like grade 10, 11, 12, we give them a mentor classes, we give them workshop,
Wow.
lecture, an
Wow.
opportunity to tell them which university is good within the country, outside the country, what the opportunity to get a career, work placement, until they choose their career. Other part, what we do, and what I do, especially when my organization L2L Learn to Live, I give a lot of university in the country. I go by myself and give them a lecture workshop, and I give them guidelines what they need to do to find a job.
Mm.
Because a lot of people, they don't understand step by step how I can get a job, what I should do. Because they think when you get a degree and the certificate, you should
Yeah.
directly get a job.
Yeah.
But with the high number of graduating students, you will never get job within one day. If you are lucky to get it in 1 week, 1 month, you are so lucky. So we give
Oh.
guiding them what is the opportunity, how to apply for a job, how to do in the interview, how to speak, and guiding them till they find. Other parts in L2L, we give them, we try to contact with a bigger company. I cannot name them, like many company, and
Yeah.
tell them, like, we have this student and he can have, or she, because in L2L we are not focusing only in female, we're focusing as well in male. It's equal. And we give them opportunity to train them for 6 months, 8 months, and try the student, which is that the salary, it's for a student is good what he getting or she's getting during training. And if they are happy with them, they can recruit them full-time job.
Okay. So one of the approach that I really love what you're doing is because when people see you and they read in the paper or they read online about you receiving these awards and all these kinds of things, they don't think about, I call it the iceberg theory. They don't think about what went into that to get you to that point. All the
Yes.
struggles that you may have gone through, even in choosing that career in a time that it wasn't kind of a woman's kind of a job.
Yes. Because people don't think when you receive an award and female, oh, because she's a female, she received the award. And
Mm,
okay, because of her title. I always believe any success, woman or man, there are a story behind them. Each person, you have
yeah.
a story, I have a story. Anyone see these videos that they have a story. We need to read the story before we judge. Don't
Hmm.
judge a person because only they received the word, or you have to read their story to understand what they are doing. Sometimes there are hidden information in their story we don't know what, and this is what I always believe.
Yeah. They don't know about this. You know, I've always said they don't understand about the sleepless nights. They don't understand about the self-doubt and all these things mentally you go through. But then when you get on stage, everybody's, hey, you know, we did this,
Yeah,
we did.
and they don't know that sometimes you are in the stage, you have a problem. Like I remember one of the time, I have to be in the stage because they are having 1,007 students. They will be coming, and actually my son, he was in the hospital because he's heavy asthmatic, and it's how to connect with the people, and your mind is with your son, and you cannot resist or cancel because
Yeah.
already there are 1,700 students, and how to balance in your life. A lot of people would think when you are in the stage or you are in the TV, oh, she has a brilliant life, Pinky, she's enjoying. They don't know how you struggle either as a
Yeah.
mother, as a father. So a lot of people maybe on the stage, maybe receiving a word,
Mm.
but in their real life, they have something you don't know. So you are right, yeah.
Yeah, so I said when the lights go down, you know, when the lights go down and you're walking off the stage, now the real world comes back into focus, you know, and doing. So I think it's great that you're talking to younger people to understand this because everything is not about stardom, everything is not about being a major influencer, but you're giving kind of the real side as to what happens in that. And so how long has the Women in Aviation been? How long has it been since you created that organization as one of the
We
co-founders?
are created now almost from almost 14 years now. We are.
Wow, wow,
Yeah, it's
wow.
long. It's long way we started, and it was small group having this passion about aviation. One is she's a pilot, aviation management, air traffic controller. So we had a passion and how to connect, and we spend from our money pocket because we never have a sponsor. We never
Okay.
have people like believe in this idea. Today, when we see how the sponsor they are approaching us, it's make us feel that we are in the right path, we are in the right way,
Mm,
and
mm.
helping a lot with the number of the membership. It's increasing yearly. I think this is what showed the world that yes, women in aviation in all field they have opportunity.
Mm. You know, in my business, human resources, leadership development, those jobs in a lot of cases would be considered as hot jobs. In other words, it's a very competitive field to get into, and you may have quite a few people applying for one job or two jobs. So, how do you coach someone to get in front of this airline or whoever it is to talk about what I could bring to the table? I have the degree, so I have the technical side of it. But what do I need beyond? Do I need anything beyond that, or I
Well,
just
always I told them have a confidence when you enter to a room, because when you enter, like especially when you go for interview with the airline, some airline you have three people in the same interviews. They are interviewing them, they are doing like a questioning,
yeah,
and they see how is the each person. So I always try telling them you have to have a confidence when you enter to a room, because a lot of students they don't have this confidence when they enter and see HR manager or any
yeah,
other expert in front of the table, and always they believe like because there are a lot of competitor, a lot of people there. So I always prepare yourself that confidence, try to be glamour, try to study and understand the how it's this organization, the history of the organization, how
mm,
it's running. Because a lot of people when they prepare themselves for the interview, they prepare themselves how to answer the question. But
yeah,
when you ask them about the name of the CEO of the company or the
yeah,
story
yeah,
history of the
yeah.
company, how is it starting, some
Mm-hmm,
of the question they don't know. They
mm-hmm,
just know the name. Like when we are talking about airline, they know the name of the airline. But
yeah,
when you ask, for example, Emirates, when they've been published, when is it the first time
yeah,
Emirates airline being in
yeah, yeah.
the field in the market? And a lot of people like have a doubt. Oh, they don't know. And when you ask them when is the first flight take off from Emirates,
Yeah.
from which airport to where, and this is the question,
Mm-hmm.
make the HR or make the people who's interviewing you know
Yeah.
that you don't want only the career or the job, you are
Yeah.
passionate and you will love this company. So I
Mm-hmm.
think I always preparing them to non-normal a question they can face it,
Yeah.
I'm sure the passion about not only the job as well the company, because
Mm.
this is what they love it. When you love the company, they recruit you because they know that you will give more for the company.
Yeah. Yeah. I call it becoming a student of. If you're going to interview with that company, you should know everything there is to know about that company. The same thing that you're talking about, because I add more value when I can show that I know that, as opposed to just asking questions about my technical side and my career, and not looking at the
Yes,
client who I want to eventually work for.
yes.
So in your group, so you said six board members. You're one of the co-founders of this group. What was the major? Did you have any major hurdles in starting this out? I know you said a lot of times in the beginning you put your own money in to start this, to get this started, and now you've got all these members. What were some challenges you had in creating this, getting it off the ground?
What created us to go from this ground is we receive when we you receive a lot of women, they are struggling in their job. They are having a lot of women, they want to enter to the field, but because their family they don't accept, the husband don't accept. When you receive a lot of those comments, you know that you should help them and make us know that there are in worldwide, not only in United Arab Emirates or in the Arab country, in worldwide, a lot of women struggle to enter to such a field. A lot of women they need a guidance and mentoring and advice. A lot of women maybe they lose their job, but they can find a job in and a lot of them actually convert from management, medical, and they are pilots right now, or aircraft
Hmm.
engineer, or air traffic
Hmm.
controller.
Yeah.
I think this is what make us as a group continue giving and continue believing that
Yeah.
we can do something, create a change. And I think this is what make a lot of company trust us as a group. A lot of from royal family, when we have in our conference, from our royal family we have as I said, Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum. We have from Saudi Arabia, Prince Fahd bin Mish'al Al Saud. When you see even the royal family trusting you
Yes.
as a
Yes.
group
Yes.
and
Yes.
give you the help, it's
Yeah.
this is when you stand and say, yes, I'm doing it and I need to continue, and I'm right. So this is what we see, what as a group we are helping and to help other and see that. I always believe when you plant a tree and you see the flower and you see the fruit, you
Yeah.
want more.
Yeah.
Okay, you never, this is the human,
Yeah.
always they are expecting more. So when we see the outcome from what we are doing, we are
Mm.
expecting next year to
Mm.
be better than last year.
Yeah.
This
Mm.
year be better. Next year we want to be better than this year, and we need to continue.
So you say this is coming up in May.
Yes, I'll
What?
send you. I will would like you to come and see and feel how is it.
I would
I will
love
send
that.
you the invitation, Ron, and I want you to see how what we are doing and how amazing women we are. Not in every year we have different speaker. Like we have from Strata, the manufacturing company. We have
Hmm.
from Dubai Airport, Abu Dhabi Airport. We have from Boeing, from Airbus. We have
Wow.
a
Wow.
lot of
Yeah.
amazing speaker. They are connecting like for full day. We are discussing a lot of challenges. Like last
Mm.
year, even with the COVID, we run it. It was half in Dubai Trade Center and half they were virtual. And
Virtual.
you
Yeah.
see, like, yeah. So it's we continue, and a lot of speaker from different country, from different background, connecting in one place. Uh, you can imagine how the outcome from it.
Yeah. To get the accolades from the royal family, that's a seal of approval. And then you talked about the brands that are there, the Boeing companies and all those. They don't make a decision to show up on anything unless
No.
it's fully vetted. So that's kind of as they say, the stamp of approval that you have
Yes,
made it.
yes. You
Yeah.
said yes. Especially you said they don't trust or they don't put their name. And when they put it and trust you, it does make you feel like, yes, you make a change. You created the change.
Yes, yes. That's the story that we talked about before we came online in putting the Future Innovation Summit together. And the challenges I had from my side, bringing all these speakers in because everything has to be fully vetted. So, I mean, once you have that stamp, that's great to move forward. So, what do you see as a major goal for women in aviation, say for the next 2-3 years? What does that look like? If you could share as to what you're striving
Well,
to move it towards.
what we would like to do, and a lot of women in aviation would like to see, we're trying to create the change. It's previously we created the change. We give the opportunity a lot of women in the field, but we want to show the world like women can be in a position like CEO. She can be an SVP, VP, and higher position, because still you have many companies they have a doubt to see a woman in the board member of the company or CEO of the company or we want to show we prepare a woman a lot of workshop women leadership in aviation industry and I create with a lot of university. We will be this program we will launch it soon, and this is from Women in Aviation and L2L, and this is to prepare women for higher position because a lot of women they reach to one level and they stop because they cannot be promoted. The challenges you cannot go higher. So I think this is the program will help women to have the opportunity to be as a board member, CEO, as more than senior manager. So I think this is what our target for next couple of years, and try to open the door for women in different area.
Yeah. So in other words, we're here now, but here's where we're headed.
Yes.
So that ceiling, we're going to crack that sucker up, and we're going to start.
We can do it. We can do it.
Yeah, we can do it. Yes. Yeah. Take the sledgehammer and knock it all out of the way.
If we enter already, we can do it. The hammer and go up and up. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Let's take a commercial break now, and we'll be right back in a few minutes. Okay. So just hold on.
Welcome to the Future Innovation Summit.
Do you have an all-star HR team? You may feel your team is already performing at a high level, but let's take a closer look. Would your company's top leaders and employees agree that your HR team are operating at a high level? Are team members able to influence top executives on difficult topics? Are team members business and strategy focused on the challenges the organization is facing? Does the executive team trust your direct reports as advisors on human capital issues? If you can answer yes to these questions, you have built an outstanding team. If you feel there is room for improvement, Strategy Focused Group can create a custom development program to elevate the quality of your HR team. We use HCI certification programs as well as non-certified HRBP MBA Masterclass to give your team a laser focus on the business and strategy. Please email us at info@strategyfocusedgroup.com.
And we're back. I'm such a fan of the Women in Aviation group, and I've been following that over the years, even before I knew you. Are there any plans to scale that globally? Because that program would work in any country.
Well, actually, Women in Aviation, it's actually globally. It's based in the States, as you know, and each chapter they are taking part. So for us, we are in the Middle East, not only United Arab Emirates, all the Gulf country and Arab countries. We scale it in some of the Arab countries like Kuwait and Bahrain. We've been there. We are trying, this year we are moving to Saudi Arabia to have the program there and have the conference there. So we are scaled starting in the Gulf country and then moving to Middle East and see how is it the opportunity. Because in each chapter they have their own countries and area, but we connect yearly in the state and we exchange knowledge and what is it the vision and mission of our chapters. So if you will go for Europe, they have their own chapter. State they have their own chapter. So each country they are having their own chapters. Yes.
Okay, that's so cool. I didn't realize that. So, what is the contact information? Is it womeninaviation.com or what is the website?
It's womeninaviation.org. I can share it with you. And in our Instagram, you can see them. Uh, I will tell you exactly the website, Women in Aviation. If you just type Women in Aviation Middle East, okay. And after the live now, I will share with you the exactly every details. So it's the website is www.wai, which is a shortcut of Women in Aviation, org.me.
Okay,
So
Middle East.
yeah,
Okay.
I can share it with you. It's you can see all the event where we're doing the program, the membership, how you can be member with us, and what we're giving, and the coming conference, and every details in the website.
Wow. You've had such an amazing career, and I followed you before I knew you from reading the accolades in the papers and all those kinds of things that's come about. If you could share learnings that you have picked up on your journey for people that are just starting out. Maybe I'm interviewing next week for a major airline, or maybe I'm just out of university and starting on my career journey. What are three pieces of advice that you would give someone that's sitting at that perch thinking about what's next? Hmm. Okay, folks, we're having a little difficulty here. Just bear with for a second. Uh, we're having a little difficulty. Um, Day, you want to take it back out and
Welcome to the Future Innovation Summit.
okay, we're still having a little difficulty here, folks. Just hang with us for a second. Um,
At Strategy Focused Group, we not only upskill, we inspire, enable, educate, discuss, innovate, motivate, challenge. Let us help you elevate your team. Email us at info@strategyfocusedgroup.com.
okay, we're back.
Okay, technology that's happening.
Technology, yeah, that's what it's about today. The question I asked you, and I think that was so important. I really wanted to get this in was for people that's starting out. So I gave you this before. What what are some key learnings that you would give advice to someone that's at that perch, moving into the rest of their career journey?
Well, Who know me, they know I believe in something. If you can dream it, you can do it, you
Yes.
can achieve it.
Yes.
Whatever you dream, if you believe that you can do it, you will try once, twice, and then you will achieve it. Because people who know Suad, when I decided to be aircraft engineer on, I didn't enter to the university directly after the high school. It's take me 18 months because when I go to any university here within the country, they were rejecting. So my mom should always say, okay, be a doctor and a medical, like your sister, like your cousin, because in our family, all of them, they are doctor. And I told her, okay, I'll be a doctor, but not in the medical. So I entered to the American University of Dubai. Um, and I didn't like the major. So I was running from the class time and I go to the garage, which I learned to fix car because I read like if you know how to fix car, mechanical, it's the first 2 years and the aeronautical engineering the same. So after 18 months, uh, I saw a guy in the garage and he asked me about my story and I told him this is my dream and I wish to do it. I'm fighting to do it. And he said, how many university organization you knock door? And I named all of them for 18 months. Every single week I go to a place, and even the university where they reject me, I just go back to them and I keep asking them,
Wow.
like,
Wow.
let me enter to the exam. They reject. So he gave me the opportunity to meet His Highness, to call actually His Highness Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. And this is what we are very grateful and thankful from God that we have a royal family. I have a president that he believed in us. So I remember I was so young. So when he gave me his phone, the guy, and he said, talk to him if he answered the phone. And when His Highness, he answered the phone and I said, you get this shock, like, he's in the phone. And I told him, like, I'm your daughter. I finished my high school with high science. My degree is like my percentage 93.9. And he said, okay, tell me what you want. And I told him, in our country, they said it's impossible to be aircraft engineer and it's my dream. And he was so angry, like, nothing called impossible in our country. And I still remember this from exactly, it was in 2001. And he said, okay. And he closed the phone. And when you see this, the sign of the light, and he said,
Yes.
oh, you have to lose the hope. But in my heart, I said, no, I will not lose it, even if I will not get this opportunity. After 10 days, I received a call from one of the biggest program here, preparing the leader by His Highness Mohammed bin Rashid. And they said, prepare yourself, you will travel to UK to study aeronautical engineering.
Wow.
And it took me actually 18 months, 1 year and a half. And when you see your colleague who actually in the university, they are in second year, and you're just standing there, and people, and all is whispering in your ear that, oh, you are just a dreaming, you cannot do it, just forget about it. And this is what I keep telling them. People will whisper, people will try to make you down, people will try to make your dream down and change your dream. If you believe in your side and you have this confidence, you can do it. When I reached to UK, I remember one of the pilot, he was 34 years in the class. And when I stared at him, like, what you are doing here? And actually he said, because my dream to be aircraft engineer, I couldn't do it. So I went for piloting. I did this to collect money and then to enter to the field. So when you met people from other country, when I met my colleague in the class in the university, I understand that I'm not the only as a female struggle. Even a male, they were struggling to reach. But even with the age, they never thought about it. They continue. So if you can dream it, do it. It will come in the right time. And I don't resist that. I waited 18 months. And if it take me longer to wait, I will wait, then I will continue to do it. Yes.
Wow. That's an amazing story to have that perseverance at that age to say, no, I'm going to continue what I'm going to do. Because when you talked about your friends talking and everybody's
Yes.
wondering why you're not here, but staying focused, my goodness.
Stay focused. And I trust me, I lost a lot of my friends like, oh, we don't want to talk to you because you entered to such a field. And they have this
Yeah.
mentality, you will be
Yeah.
superman, you will never stay woman. And those type of situation
Yes.
show you the true people in your life, and will show you who's actually very fake.
Mm.
And this is what I always say for them. Every year in your life, when you go into career, to university, even to the student, and my I remember from 2 weeks I gave a speech in one of the classes for grade 10. And I said, for the girl who's surrounding you and you are just close to her, they might not continue with you in the university, they might not
Mhm.
continue with you in your career. You will be alone, you will be with the new people. So you need to understand, you will meet a lot, you will have a true friend, fake friend, who support you, who don't support
Mhm.
you.
Mm.
And this is what return me back always when I remember a lot of a friend, they just left me, they blocked me. And when I graduate, my name came in the
Yeah.
first newspaper. They kept calling me like, let go out. Like, where you been for
Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago? So this is what I do
Yeah.
believe.
So all of a sudden you're cool now. So let's go ahead and
Yeah,
re-engage again.
reconnect again, have this friendship
Yeah.
back. No, sorry.
Nope. You showed your true self in doing that. Well,
Yes.
I admire what you're doing because the stories you tell can ignite that thought in someone's head because everybody struggles regardless of what you see up top. And as we talked to this in the beginning of the awards you've won, there's a lot of story under that,
Yes, a
and
lot,
being
a
and
lot.
being able to tell that through. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for being a
Thank
guest
you.
on the show. And I know you kind of changed your schedule around to make this happen, but I really, really appreciate it. And send me the link for your summit in May, and
Yes,
I'll see you at the Future Innovation Summit.
definitely. Thank you, Ron, and all the best. To be honest, what you are giving, and when I see the people you are interviewing and the speaker, I saw you on a personal. To be honest, you are one of the best people. I keep always talking. What you give to the other and the opportunity to people to listen,
Mm.
show that the word is in a good way. So thank you, Ron. Thank you for everyone behind this program, and um, hope to see you soon in May. I'll see you soon into an event in May. Stay
Okay,
safe. Thank you.
could you hold on just 1 second?
Yes.
We're
Yes.
gonna close out officially, and then I'll come back.
Okay.